you're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day and you're gatekeeping the gaming space. So maybe for 2022, we be a bit nicer, a bit more self-reflective, and we enjoy the fact that people are working hard to make free content for you. If you don't like it, don't watch it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn. Peace.
Hey, I got it. What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. Thanks so much for tuning in. By the way, I've got my show with Sydney Watson today at 5 Central right here on the main channel. I'd absolutely love if you tuned in. But it looks like we've got a response by Frosk to some of the revelations screamed out incoherently by Adam Sessler while he was on a certain podcast. I think The Biggest Problem, I think it's called. It's pretty hilarious. You know, if you've been following the Frosk meltdown, the single-handed destruction of G4 TV by Frosk, probably not really single-handed, but you get the point. You know, they wanted to flex social justice. Gamers were immediately suspicious of that. They didn't like it, and so gamers left. But now Frosk has responded. By the way, I'm asking people today, if they haven't yet, to head on over, open a new tab, or later when you get home, go to thequartering.com. In the upper right-hand corner, there's a spot to sign up for my newsletter. I've got a really, really big announcement coming in probably less than 2 weeks. I would really like to be able to get a hold of you. You just put your email address in here, hit subscribe, and then it'll say, wait, you must check your inbox and confirm your subscription. You get an email from me that says, please confirm it, and then you just click yes. This is what's called a double opt-in, and that really works hard to make sure you actually get my emails when I send them. And I very rarely do, but please take a minute to join it today. Adam Sessler dishes on G4 TV shutdown and dunks on gaming journalists. Now, this was an article from about a week ago when he kind of spilled the beans about Frosk, whether or not her speech was actually planned on and approved by people in and around the production team over at G4 TV, or famous meltdown rant. And it turns out there's some question about that. Now, she had said that, oh, everyone knew about it and they loved it and they approved it and all this stuff. But Adam Sessler did cast some doubt about that. You know, some of the things that he talked about in the show was that, you know, he hated gamers and that he never considered himself a gamer. He only liked to profit off of them, and he made fun of game journalists and things of that. You see this article on Deserto. Former G4 host Adam Sessler sparks controversy after mocking gamers. Adam Sessler has been known and respected in the gaming sphere for 16 years and a career in journalism, hosting beloved games-oriented TV program X-Play. Not that long ago, gaming enthusiasts around the world were excited about his possible return alongside other members of G4. But more recently, he's been known around Twitter circles for his comments about gamers. It seems to have started with Adam's January 6th tweet. Oh, the worst day in American history. How could we forget? Which reads, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this past few days, but gamers seem to be less intelligible than normal this year. Since that tweet, Adam has spammed out 100 more over the span of 5 days. Most of them poking fun at gamers or replying with comments of people who are enraged with him or engaged with him over Twitter. You can see Neon here saying, in all seriousness, someone needs to do a wellness check on Adam Sessler. He's been at this for days, and it's concerning, not even joking here. You know, things I've learned about gamers today, they love paying for Twitter. They need me to be one of them. They are at the center of all things at all times, and they must inform me of my irrelevance repeatedly and in great volume. Sessler's posts have generated significant chatter. Some older gamers who remember Adam Sessler from his G4 days have said they find it saddening to see him criticizing gamers so harshly. Content creator Jonathan Irwin said Adam Sessler is probably the most miserable S-head in the gaming world. Honestly, what's sad is he used to be one of the happiest. He has been a huge contributor to the strides in gaming journalism, as well as its rapid decline. Maybe that's why he's so angry with the world. I mean, it's certainly possible. The debate has been divisive, though, with others siding with Adam, pointing out that his tweets were somewhat over the top. These are too good to be true. It's like every gamer stereotype combined. I didn't think people like this existed. But now, seemingly after Adam Sessler went on a podcast and basically did not vehemently support Frosk. I wouldn't even say like he threw under the bus or anything. I just think he didn't like vehemently defend her. Well, she responded, "I've been angry for a long time with my peers for not using their power and voice to stand up for others in the industry." I'm not exactly sure what that means. I mean, Froskuren's tweet has 402,000 views. She's got a pretty big platform of 134,000 followers. Maybe it's not always about what other people are doing or what other people aren't doing, and you can focus inward. I mean, I've talked about this at great length when I'm talking about, the Steven Crowder thing, and people are upset about the amount of money throwing around, and you got Tim Pool saying he makes $10 million a year, and a lot of people are jealous of that. Me, I'm like, no, I need to double down my effort, increase my quality, and work harder. This is why I'm trying to build my email list so I can tell you guys about what's going on. And that's that's how I look at it. I'm not judging these guys for making that much money. I'm like, dang, that's opportunity. You need to look at that at a goal, not something to be criticized. Anyway, had to come to some hard terms that people who'd I known for years, who I thought were, quote, good friends, just weren't. Devastated me for a long time. I suspect she's subtweeting Adam Sessler here. I could be wrong. Anyways, I'm leaving the industry, found new work elsewhere. By the way, good for you. You clearly hated it. There's so many people in the gaming world that hate gamers and quite frankly seem to hate video games. And I've said this for, I don't know, going on 5 years now. How long have we been doing this? About game journalists. And my opinion hasn't changed. Most of them want desperately to be writing about politics, but they write about video games because that pays the bills. That's why you see so many of these lunatics. You're like, oh, here's an interesting article about, The Last of Us, or here's an interesting article about the new Metroid game. And then you go to their Twitter and you're like, oh, maybe they're talking more about Metroid. Nope, it's all like Trump, Orange Man bad, politics. And it's like, oh, these people are obsessed with politics. They don't really actually spend their time playing games. The industry is really messed up, she said. And what happened to me and plenty of others wasn't fair. You torpedoed your whole career for one virtue signal on air. I don't think that it's fair to, I don't think that's reasonable to talk about what's fair and what's not fair. This is this is your own doing, sister. This is you. And it could have all been avoided if we had just stood up together. You mean if everybody around you had just blindly agreed with you? That's what it seems like. You let me down, but I get why. Cheers and good luck. Salty much? And I'm not sure if she responded to anybody after this, but look, it's probably good that she's leaving the industry because, again, she clearly hates it. You see, liberal hive mind, you're not a victim. Just getting ratioed by everybody. Translation, I messed up, and rather than own up to my behavior, I threw people under the bus and I celebrated when they were fired. She did do that. She celebrated when she wasn't fired, I think, not necessarily that they were fired, to be fair. Now here I am playing the victim again like I always do. Paraphrasing your words, if you don't like it, don't work in it. Peace. Pitmaster Broda stood up. You had every major gaming journalism website writing positive articles about you, and your network gave you full backing. YouTubers criticizing you are often shadow banned and algorithmically demoted, but still got more views than you. You blew it. Yeah, I'd say so. Also, while she stands up there talking about how her peers didn't do enough for her, she probably never lifted a finger trying to help people worse off than her. She's a rich white woman in the suburbs talking about how hard she's had it. Sounds like that. The charming, delightful Corey writes, all these people rate, oh my God, 17,000. Hold on, I can't wait to get to that one. This is a darn shame. I hope you find your happiness and comfort in your new career. I haven't done much to support you other than tweeting, emailing my support. Okay, so that's a fan. Here's Laura Kwai for 17. Oh, that's views. Dang it, Elon. Here, why are you still talking down to gamers on your way out? I literally do not believe you even like video games at this point, since all you do is talk about how evil they are and the people who play them. Yeah, here's Frosk working at McDonald's. That's a good one. And like, look, I mean, the thing is, like, no one forced you to stand up and dunk on your viewers. Pretty much the entire gaming media stood up to defend you and cheer for you, but that still wasn't enough. And I think that that's an important lesson. Like, our important point is she had in the entirety of gaming journalism backing her and retweeting her. She had her CEO and owners of G4 TV sharing out her clip. She had more support than anyone could dream of. And she's still blaming others for a decision that she actively made. Make sure you leave a like on this video. And if you haven't yet, please do click that subscribe button down below. And we'll talk to you again real soon.